I'm afraid to get broken up with. I'm in a relationship and it's going really well, but I'm noticing my my inner deep-rooted, deep-seated fears of abandonment coming out. I'm afraid that I'm not good enough to be in a relationship where I don't get broken up with eventually, where eventually the girl realizes that or the, I'm not attractive to them anymore, or I'm not as confident as they would like, or I'm not as masculine as they would like, and they find somebody else that they like better. I'm afraid of not being enough for my partner. And in some ways, I'm afraid of being too much. I've been dumped in the past for giving too much love, being too affectionate, complimenting too much. I've had people tell me that I compliment so much that my compliments lose value. I'm afraid that I have an anxious attachment style that will eventually scare away any girl that I'm with. And let's talk about this because I've made a lot of progress over the past 5 years. I started realizing my shame trauma that I experienced when I was around age 18. So I'm age 22, almost 23 now. And I really need to acknowledge the amount of confidence and self-love that I have gained over this period of time, because I used to be afraid to just be in front of the camera because I'm afraid of how everyone's going to judge me. I'm so happy with the level I'm able to just be myself now. But now that I've been in this new relationship, it started around 6-7 months ago. um I'm starting to feel some of that old trauma, that old stuff that I thought I healed from. And it's like, I thought I healed from it. And it's like, boom, here it comes seeping back up through the cracks. And what am I going to do about it? Well, let me first take y'all down memory lane. Some of y'all already know this, but when I was very young, I had very bad eczema, like so bad to where it was covering most of my body. It was bloody, it was gross. I would itch and scratch and bleed. And the other kids around me would think it was gross. So they wouldn't want to touch my desk. They wouldn't want to be friends with me because I was what they called strawberry hands, because my I was pink everywhere because of my eczema. And this made me feel like I was cursed, like I wasn't good enough, like hurt my self-esteem. How did I cope with it at that age? I started goofing around in class. Started acting like a clown, doing everything I can to get my class to laugh, because if my classmates were laughing, then that was my way of feeling good enough. Like, okay, there's something wrong with me, my hands, but at least I'm the funny guy. And that made me feel a little bit better about myself. But then my teachers started punishing me because I'm acting out in class. And now they're literally telling me that I am a bad kid. I'm going to the principal's office all the time. I'm getting notes to my mom. Like, I'm getting all this stuff happening. And it's making me feel even worse about myself. So then throughout my basically whole childhood and even in high school, I really struggled with feeling good enough. I always wanted to be accepted by the popular kids. I always wanted the pretty girls to like me. And I based so much of my self-worth on what other people's opinions of me were, because that's what I learned at a young age, that other people were basically telling me that there's something wrong with you, you're not good enough. That now I've internalized that I need them to change their opinions of me to now feel better about myself. So naturally, this has translated into relationships. So I had a relationship when I was like 18, 19 years old. And in that relationship, I was very clingy. I really wanted affection. I wanted to be loved. And I think in some sense that did push her away. But also at that point in my life, I didn't have standards in a relationship. Because I was so insecure, I was happy to take just anybody. Anyone who I was attracted to and that they showed signs of liking me back, I would be happy with that, because I didn't think I was worthy of more. I didn't think I was worthy of being with someone who just fully loved me, no matter what. I thought it was only okay to be with someone who loved me conditionally. So that relationship ends. I have the biggest heartbreak of my life, sparked so much growth. I'm so grateful for heartbreaks. And by the way, I just in general in my life, things that have been very painful for me, like heartbreaks and family deaths and stuff like that, they have brought the most growth out of me. I've grown so much And I was so ready to, like, all right, I feel so good about myself. I could walk up to any girl and say hi and introduce myself and talk to them, have a nice conversation. If they're not interested in me, that's cool. I'll only spend a minute talking to them and I'll leave and mind their own business. And it doesn't affect how I feel about myself anymore. I've been practicing that. And not even just with women, but also just people in general, just feeling like their opinions of me don't really matter because I know that I'm whole and worthy and complete as I am. And I felt so healed and ready to be in a relationship, and I started this relationship. And now, after like 6 or 7 months have passed, I start feeling a lot of this fear of abandonment come back in. And this fear of abandonment, I think, really stems from the self-esteem stuff. I'm only afraid of being left because deep down in that subconscious mind, I know it's not true, but it's in that subconscious mind that it's like, I don't think that I'm worthy of being with someone who I don't think I'm worthy of a girl not leaving me. I don't think I'm worthy of a girl just unconditionally just loving me constantly, and I'm afraid that eventually it's going to happen because that's what's happened to me in the past. And it's like, I know if I did get dumped or whatever, like, I know I'll be okay. Like, I just survived like 3 years ago, like one of like the hardest heartbreak I ever had, and I made it out so much better when I was single, and I started feeling so much better about myself. It sparked so much growth. I know logically, if I got dumped, I'll be okay, and it would probably even spark even more growth in my life. But I still think there's that deep-seated fear of like, I'm not going to be okay unless I have this girl that's validating me and making me feel good enough. And here's the thing. When I originally got with the girl who I'm dating, I did not get with her because I wasn't feeling good about myself and I needed some girl to give me validation. That's past bullshit. That's shit I did in high school. That's shit I did when I was 18, 19 years old. I'm past that. I got with her because I already felt good and fulfilled and happy with myself. And I met a girl that's very good, and I chose to be with her. Not because I needed her to fill me because I'm not good enough, but because it's just a preferable way of life. I love spending time with her. I want to build a relationship and grow together. And I don't want these deep seated subconscious fears and insecurities from the past to now seep back into my life now and ruin my current relationship with this, which is so healthy. So I'm working on not letting those things happen. I'm working on snipping all those weeds that want to come and grow up. I'm working on snipping those weeds while they're small and not letting them fester into this big monster because I feel so happy and I don't want all that stuff to come back in and make me feel bad about myself again. I did the work. I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough. I don't want this to come back. And it's natural. I know that growth isn't linear, and I shouldn't expect it to be linear. So I shouldn't get mad at myself for any of this happening. I think this is a natural thing to happen, and now we're going to work on it. And I'm talking about it on the channel. If anyone else is going through it, let's go through it together. So I think an important thing for me to focus on is maintaining my sense of self. Because in those past relationships where it was toxic, I had truly lost myself in the relationship. Like, I wouldn't work out, I wouldn't go to the gym, I wouldn't do YouTube, which I had been at that time, I had been wanting to do it for a while, but I didn't start it yet. I had all these other kinds of personal ambitions and goals and meditation, all this stuff that I wasn't prioritizing in my life because I just wanted to spend all my time with her, get all my pleasure from her. And that's really where I got my sense of meaning fulfillment. I didn't even have any friends at that time. She was my only friend. Like, I just got to college. I literally had just met her and she was my only friend. And when we broke up, I was like, shit, I have no friends. I have no sense of self. Like, who am I? Who was I outside of that relationship? You know? And I'm proud of myself now because in my relationship, I don't approach it that way anymore. Like, I have friends and I still do my personal ambitions. So it's going to be really important for me to be consistent here on YouTube because when I'm here and I'm recording a video, this is what is in my soul. Like, my soul wants to do this. My soul wants to express like everything that I'm growing in and my whole mindset and life and happiness. Like, this is for me and my soul, man. This is a spiritual practice, truly, being here on YouTube. And honestly, I think every personal endeavor should be and is a spiritual practice. When you go to the gym, that is you're nourishing your body, you know, and your body holds your spirit. When you're doing any of your creative things, whether it's art or writing or whatever it is, like, this is nourishment for your soul. Your creative spirit needs that fuel. Even something as simple as the dishes, I think when we get really present with the moment in the activity, it's so nourishing to our bodies and our well-being, just to like get in the flow with an activity, even if it's some weird little chore like doing the dishes. So I want to be really present with myself and in my life, and strong and rooted in me, but then at the same time not like falling into the trap of like now ignoring the relationship because I'm so focused on me and I'm so afraid of being like too attached to my girlfriend that I'm now going to ignore her and like totally focus on myself. I don't want to fall into that trap either. I want balance. I want a happy life. I want to be thriving in my life and thriving in supporting her in her life, and the stuff that we like do together for our connection. So it's like I love her and I love myself, and I'm gonna pour my resources and my nourishment into both things, both me and the relationship. And I'm also I'm about to start EMDR, which is a type of therapy that really helps get to the root subconscious part of your mind. So I'm gonna it's from what I hear and what I've researched about it, it can be very physically taxing and demanding. So I need to really like focus on like hydrating myself and getting enough rest while I like process those things. But that, just so y'all know, like that's something that I'm gonna be doing to help work on this on this challenge that I'm having. Another thing that helps too is just like like I just put my hands here and I'm just like, I love you, Travis. You are so good and whole and worthy, and you're literally just trying to put out positive messages in the world. You are good enough. You are worthy of being loved. You're worthy of being loved unconditionally. Even when you're insecure, even when you're not feeling confident, even when you're feeling clingy, you're worthy of being loved. And at the same time, we're going to work on feeling whole and secure in myself, so I don't have to be too clingy to my partner, which I think was an issue for me in the past, like an actual unhealthy level of clinginess. I don't think I'm that level of unhealthy now, but I feel some of it wanting to fester back in. So we're working on not letting that happen as well. Thank you for being here and supporting me in my journey. I love you. And let us know in the comments if you struggle with self-esteem or anxious attachment style in relationships. And let's all share value with each other in the comments about what helps us. All right. Until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.